What is up, everybody? It's Grim here. Hope you're all good this fine day. I hope you had an amazing weekend. The weekend has been and gone. We're back yet to the beginning of yet another week. But such is life. So much to talk about. Missed a lot. First up, grats to Method. Yep, they were the first to down Archimon, turned themselves into a little wisp, had their picture taken. Grats to you guys. Grats. But many other things have come upon the radar since I kind of did a video last and spoke about these things properly. Halls of Blood, LFR, the next wing has opened up. Something that I am super excited about, not the Halls of Blood, but PvP Mercenary Mode, which, although the Mercenary Mode in PvP doesn't overly excite me, the possibilities and the doors it opens very much excites me. 6.2.1 PTR, flying and more. Ooh, yes, PTR 6.2.1 is now up and running. You can go over there and check out what's next. And then, of course, we had the Wrath Time Walking Dungeon event. Whew! So much. We're going to kick it off with Halls of Blood. There isn't a great deal to talk about, in my opinion, for LFR. I've made my views on LFR abundantly clear over the past. It's nice to have another wing open. It adds another bit of content for people that don't raid normal. You know, it adds a little bit more. But when you've seen these bosses on normal and above, it's just... it's blur. It's blur. And then you see the LFR heroes, the guys who are kicking people out left, right and centre because for whatever grandiose reason they have on kicking people, and you're like, dude, chill the fuck out, it's LFR, Jesus. I understand if you're hardcore progression raiding and, you know, somebody's not performing, you have a word of them, but you're just being a douche. Oh, so many LFR heroes. And it's ridiculous because when I look at this, when I look at LFR, we've had this expansion, I compare it to Siege of Orgrimmar. Siege of Orgrimmar was a hell. An absolute hell compared to the LFRs we've run so far. So, you know, get over yourselves, guys. Jesus. But it is, as I say, it's nice to have some new content. It's nice to see some new things for those, obviously, that haven't seen it before. And, you know, but it does kind of... here's the thing. It kind of signals... each wing that opens to me signals the slow end to this expansion, because, you know, at the end of it, they've announced, you know, once you get the legendary ring and you've done Archimon, that's kind of it. That really is it, and you're kind of waiting for when the next bit of news is going to come out. And each wing of LFR that opens kind of signals, one, yet more time we've spent doing the same content, and two, kind of the end of what was an expansion that had so much potential. Now, I'm not going to dwell on this because we've got a lot to talk about, and, you know, this could fill multiple videos on its own, and I have no doubt will do when the next expansion is announced and people look retrospectively at what Warlords of Draenor was or is. You know, then there'll be tons of these videos going around, but I don't know. I think there was so much potential here. There was so much history, lore, just everything that was, you know, we had the Warlords, and I know, I think they missed the trick, and I think they've missed it for a while now. I don't know how... I don't know how they get their heads around this dealing with endgame content. They just seem to be, okay, we've got a raid and that's it. We don't really have any clue of what else to do for endgame content, and it's baffling us. You know, you've heard bantered around, oh, yearly expansions is the key because then nobody really has long enough to dwell on anything. Ooh, that's great if you're gonna... you know, if you're gonna lower our subscription or you're going to, you know, charge less. You know, I'm not paying £30 a year for your expansion, which is going to last me a year, and then I'm on to the next thing. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous because, you know, a lot of us will buy a game for, certainly if you've got a console, 30, 40, you know, £50, and you'll only play it for a fraction as you'll play WoW. I understand that, but I don't know, it's a principle thing. PC players are very principled when it comes to that sort of thing. But, as I say, that's all subject for other videos. We're already halfway through almost this video, and I haven't even gotten to the other subjects. PvP Mercenary Mode. This I am really excited about. This, out of all the things I'm going to talk about, really buzzes my tweaky nipples. The reason being is basically, if you haven't heard of this, what's going to happen is you can go to your PvP base, I think it's Warspear for Horn, I don't know, apologies what the Alliance one is, but you can go there to your Ashran, for want of a better term. You can go to your Ashran base and you can talk to an NPC and basically say, look dude, I am willing to be a mercenary. If the queue is so long that I can't get in, I'm happy to be a mercenary, join the other team, and, you know, do my PvP. I'm happy to do that. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to queue you, don't panic. If you're one of those people that, there's no way I'm going Alliance, or there's no way I'm going Horde, you have to actually click and talk to a guy to make this happen. It's not just going to become the norm. But if this was a box, okay, this is extrapolating, if this was a box that you could tick for, I don't know, looking for raid or dungeon finder to join with just a group of random players from either faction to go and do something, I would be down for doing that. If it reduced the queue times, I would be definitely down for that, because queue times at the moment, I mean, just for something simple as LFR at peak times at the moment, and this is when Halls of Blood came out, I queued for it at peak time when you'd expect everybody to be home and wanting to jump on and doing this. The queue time was 45 minutes. I'm like, really? I've got nothing else to do. I've done all my garrison shit. I've set up all my boats, and I don't want to do Tanan. I'm not in the mood for it. So you just sit there for 45 minutes doing nothing in my garrison, which you said I wasn't going to be doing in 6.2 Blizz. You told me I'd be no longer in my garrison. I'd be out and about exploring the world, but I'm already bored of exploring the fucking world of Tanan, not to go and dwell on that bit. You know, and then they do something as fucking crazy as, oh, by the way, you get a level 3... Get level 3 shipyard? Yeah, by the way, the table for your shipyard is going to be in your garrison. You don't even need to go down to the docks. The art department wasted all their fucking time doing a beautiful docks for either faction. Both are really cool looking docks. You know, you can see all your ships there. It looks really fucking epic. You don't worry, you don't even need to go and fucking look at that. Ignore it. Yep, don't even worry about it. You can do all this from your garrison. Yeah, because that's what you all wanted. Oh, Blizz. But yeah, if PvP Mercenary Mode is going to expand out into potentially, if this is sort of, you know, putting their foot in the water just to see how it goes, or whether people embrace it, you know, obviously Blizz, bear in mind, PvP is very hit and miss. Either people love PvP or they hate it. It's Marmite. So if it doesn't take off in PvP, don't just ditch the idea. Don't just go, okay, we tried, we failed. That is something that we did in Warlords, but we're not going to do again. Like scenarios in Mists of Pandaria, don't just ditch it, because there's so much potential in this that, yeah, I can... Oh, yes, this is something I'm really excited about, because I would love to see, you know, being able to do cross-faction stuff. I really would. Oh. But anyway... even actually quite a cool quest chain. Obviously, if you want to do this, literally has just come to me. If you want to do, say, you know, like heroics, you had to do your PT. You had to do your proving grounds. Thank you. Finally got there. It would be great if you could do a quest that was like, okay, we want you to go to the other faction's capital city, and you're going to train under, you know, a grandmaster, whatever, librarian, and he's going to teach you the other faction's language. Just a little bit of a flavor quest. That'd be really cool. But yeah, a lot of potential in mercenary modes, and something a lot of people have been crying out for. I even did a video, completely unrelated, I didn't even know this was coming out, a video on it saying, is it time for the factions to end? And I understand for stories and for stuff like that, they may want to keep some sort of animosity, some sort of hatred between the two, but more and more you see NPCs of various factions in other capitals. You know, there's Alliance members in Orgrimmar, there's Horde members in Stormwind, and you see more and more crossover. You know, we're working with Khadgar. Last expansion, people working with Thrall and stuff. And so, you know, there's a lot of crossover nowadays, and I think it very much limits gameplay and limits creativity if you very blink and say, that's red, that's blue, and that's it, you guys hate each other. But yeah, lot of potential. PTR, flying and more. Well, yeah, but not yet. You can go and you can test this out on the PTR, but unfortunately, flying has been delayed. And a lot of people I've spoken to have said, oh, well, I don't kind of care. I don't really... I'm not interested in flying for the stuff that I do, because I don't move about that much. I don't do enough out in the world. Hopefully flying will change that. I was kind of the same in Pandaland. I wanted to go from A to B and didn't really care. As soon as I dunked max level and I got flying, more and more I was out exploring. I was looking for different things and discovering more, and I hope that, you know, giving me flying in 6.2.1 he's going to enable me to do that, because I think they've created, regardless of what you think of the end game for Warlords of Draenor, I think the art department and the story and everything else, they've done an amazing job on it, and I think it's a shame to not experience that. So I'm looking forward to getting flying so I can go and really look at their world and see everything that they've done. Time walking, coming to the very end now. I was just like, I tried out time walking. I know a lot of people weren't able to queue and there was all sorts of fucking issues, but I tried time walking out, and to be honest, I think the thing that I'm missing is I don't know who it's aimed at. I don't know who's meant to be doing this, because I went on my Warlock and we kind of just blitzed through it, and it was, I don't know, there's no counter for mechanics that you get later in the expansion. So obviously, like Cataclysm for a Warlock, you can just drop Cataclysm or stuff and fucking devastate, because the mechanics were never there when all this was live. They haven't added new things in, or they don't seem to. It's just like, here it is, we bump it up a bit, enjoy it. And it just seems to me they really missed the trick. But it might be me. I enjoyed the nostalgia going back, but seem to be missing something. But anyway, guys, that's me done. I'm back. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a good